Right guys, welcome back. I am back up at Mr. Whittam's workshop, and it's been a few weeks since we were on the 500 build, but we're back today and we're going to get stuck into it. There's quite a few exciting things that are going to happen with the bike. We're going to jump into that later on in the vlog, but right now we're in a bit of a rush trying to get it ready because James is taking it to the XL show. Is it even called that anymore?
Yeah, it's called the Devitt. It's called the Devitt MCN XL show. Dan XL. It's actually exactly 2 weeks. So it's over the weekend of 14th, 15th, 16th February, which is 2 weeks from where we sat now. They want it down there, which is going to be brilliant for us. Actually, what's happened is a good mate of mine called Michael Guy, who works for MCN, has been watching Lee's stuff, and he said, "Oh, bike looks brilliant. We'd like to have it down at the XL because it's a very special thing when you look, and it's a beautiful looking thing."
I think have they got a proper? They've got a stand with. I'm not going to say classics, but you're going to be on stage talking. This is going to be around
beside me.
And I think there is a stand of other exotic bikes. I don't know if it's the same time as Walker and Hodgson, or there's something that
they're doing.
Yeah,
well, I've got Hodgson and Walker on my stage a little bit. They're doing their own stuff as well, and everybody's doing that slide, that making a fool of yourself on little bikes.
Right. So basically, the panic. Well, not panic, but we need to get a move on now. So all the bits that we didn't get finished
we'll talk through in a minute.
In the last vlog, we're going to talk through what we've done already now and what we're going to get finished today. And for the first time, you're going to see the bike with all her clothes on,
looking. And you never know how things are going to turn out. This was a little bit of an ugly duckling, this thing. It did a lot of work. Since it left Grand Prix,
that's polite.
It's done it the polite ways. It did a lot of work. Seen a lot of action, seen a lot of gravel traps. We had a lot of work to do. All these are remade. We've been through it all. But it really has come out. And like I say, you never really know, but it has come out a lot better.
We are really happy with the way it's come out. So we're going to run through some of the things that we've already done now in the last it's been 2 weeks, I suppose, since we're doing it. So there's little bits, we're still waiting on literally the only one thing that we're still waiting on, and this doesn't affect starting it or bringing it to the show or anything, is the guys at, I'm going to let Jim speak through this, because the guys at Hell have been really good.
They've been absolutely brilliant. So just look at this, Lee. So that was the original brake line. It would work, but it's scruffy, and it wasn't really done properly in the first place. It's all just a bit shit, and you couldn't put that back on. So rang the guys at Hell, and they said, right, all you got. I said, I'm not a draftsman. I wasn't even good at art at school. They said, right, get a little piece of petrol pipe and route it, tape it where you need it to be, put your cable ties on, measure it. That's the only way you can get it, because if you just do it with a tape measure, it's just difficult. So I did all that, sent them some diagrams, sent them what threads they are and what angles we need and everything. And they were just brilliant. They said, yeah, we know exactly what you want. We'll build you that up. We can do it in any colour. You can have it black or stainless or whatever. I said, no, just stainless or black will do. But it hasn't come yet. So everything's on the brakes. The carbon specific brake calipers are on. Because they have to be. These are a lot wider than the steel ones, so they have to be a lot wider.
We need to actually mention these calipers because there was a massive debate on the head of these screws. Well, bolts. I don't know what.
Yeah. We still don't know what they're called.
We still don't know what they're called, right? But honest to God, I think that was the biggest comment on the last vlog, because we called it opposite torques, I think was the right word.
It's like an external torque.
External torques, but. Yeah, that was hilarious, the amount of people commented into that. But
in actual fact, everybody said something different. So I'm sure one of them were right, but everybody can't be right. So we were just as wrong as everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's that. So we've got that done. Need the brake line. Other things, new Yamaha specific grips that all Yamahas had. New stop button Yamaha type. New perch, new lever. These handlebars are exact. I wanted to use as much original kit.
Yeah.
But it had been down the road that much that all these were broken at the end. So I've had an engineer mate of mine make the new ends. We've had them re-anodized, so they've come up absolutely perfect. New clutch cable, but what I'm really pleased with and what I was able to do, and I didn't think I would, the original, obviously you can't just go to a shop and buy.
Well, we did try.
Tried.
Yeah.
But they have some big bends on here, and I thought, how are we going to recreate that? Because they look scruffy. I didn't want a mint-looking bike with a rough cable.
And these are all things that you see when you look down at the fork tops.
That's what you notice straight. Well, you would, and most mechanics and riders would. So Venil, another firm that we've dealt with for cables, they do a sort of pick and choose, bends, adjusters, cables, ends, and the kit came and I just put it together, did the outers to the right length, sweated the ends on, you know, soldered the ends on, and it's just absolutely perfect. And it just looks new, and it's just lovely.
The other thing that when we were starting the bike the last time, you seen we had to use another battery. We got another battery, but for some reason that didn't. I don't know if the airbox has changed position a little bit, and that was it.
This is the battery that came on it is an exact. We got a brand new type of the battery that came on. This works the power valves. This thing here. So when it was sat there, the fairing you could get the fairing. You had to bend everything around that battery.
Well, we'll show them once we try and get the bodywork on.
So
but
I decided, look, what we need to do is get and this is just pretty much an eBay kind of Google type search. Found this thing, but it fits perfect. It's got proper plug-in bayonet type ends. It's exactly the right power. It's got a little switch on it, and it's all teed up now. And hang on, battery on, that off. Watch. So everything's working proper. I'm pleased with that. So we turn the battery off, turn the power valves off. The only reason this is here is because I don't want it. I don't want any drips out the master cylinder.
Yeah. So big thanks to the guys at Hell, because we literally rung them up. They said, "Yeah, we're seeing the
brilliant."
project.
And you know when you ring somebody up and everything's a problem.
Yeah.
They're quite the opposite. They go, no. You tell us. We can do it, and if it don't work, we can do it another way, and they were brilliant.
Yeah. So the other thing that I think Jim did this. I didn't do this. We were talking about trying to get a seat for it, so you can see on the bodywork the actual rim right round is where the seat foam should sit. So I think his days of crashing 125
has now paying dividends.
So 20 odd years of training. So yeah, he put that on. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, looks good. Looks really good, that.
The other thing we wanted to do, or we'd spoke about, was the pipes and I don't know what the right word is for this, but we had this done. And
well, actually, we've got to give a little bit of a nod to a good friend of ours, the same guy who did the
airbox.
Who did the airbox?
That can't be mentioned.
Who can't be mentioned, but he's a little bit of a genius. Slightly strange. I don't think he'd mind me saying that.
Can we slag him off because we're not saying his name?
Correct. So when he came over to do the last fitting on the airboxes, he said, them pipes are lovely, but they'd look better if they
because they were brand new, weren't they? Or
they were pretty much brand new. He said they'd look better if they hadn't been, they'd been sort of shot peened so that there was no, see that's one that I've been playing about with that bend myself, that you can see when it's been welded. And to give it that look, he says, look, I'll just heat treat them for you, warm it up and get it coloured, and look at them, it just looks.
Yeah, I mean, that is so good, isn't it? I think even, like, I know taking the bike to the show and everything, it nearly wants to sit. Well, you can see the side pipes, thankfully, but it looks sexier when the tail unit's off it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You don't ever get to see.
It looks really good. Everything fits well. Like I said, we've just got to. That's there to stop brake fluid dripping out the master cylinder. We've got to put that when it arrives. We'll put the front brake line on, bleed it up, and that is she's done.
Going to get the bodywork fitted. Get the seat unit fitted.
And give you another look.
You've actually got, Jim's friend is making the numbers. So the bike was...
number 18.
Number 18.
In its year in Grand Prix.
Yeah, we've got a load of photographs and stuff of that. So it's going exactly back with the number 18s on it as...
We didn't...
Bernard
Garcia. We didn't want to... See, all this is lacquered over.
Yeah.
Done at the actual paint shop, spray bay. But I didn't want to lacquer the numbers over because if...
Yeah, you want to change
if Phil didn't want them on, you can't get them off if it's lacquered. Other than that, the thing's... I'm pleased with it. I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah. Should we have a go then? Get some bodywork on?
Yeah, then give them a look. Yeah. Perfect.
A little hand on either side, or is it?
Yeah, I think it isn't... It actually ain't too bad once it's a squeeze, you know.
Is it because we've moved that battery? No,
it's all right. It's good. It just goes. You can because it's actually the fairing that does the majority of the holding up. Come on, baby. That's it. So then
you've obviously got these are all new as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they were the wrong
word for them. Not a I was looking for some for the 250. We don't ever use these now for some reason on modern race bikes. You know what I mean? You never see the bodywork held on like that, as nowhere near as much. Maybe Zeus fasteners and stuff, but not.
Yeah, I mean things change, don't they? But
yeah,
this is what it would have had on. So they are actually Yamaha fairing brackets, but I've had to sort of.
Oh my days. Yeah, that fits in so well now. Do you know what? Like in modern bikes, we always hide anything behind the dash to make it look like more like a race bike. But I like the fact that you can see in there and see down the back of.
Well, there's nowhere else to put it.
Yeah, but no, like now you would have like vinyl and stuff on things.
No,
that.
I
think it looks better. It looks better like.
Well, it's how it would have been.
Yeah,
it's how it would have been.
Oh my days.
Simple. I mean, fairings are a simple fit, and we've put proper fastenings instead of screws on here. That just like it would have had. It wouldn't have had. So if you can just get over
that airbox fits so well now, doesn't it, compared to the original one. I'll hold this in place right.
Yeah, just stop it from.
What are you saying, Sprout? What do we think? Huh? What does everybody think of Sprout's new Barber jacket?
He's Lord of the Manor.
Lord of the Manor. And his boudoir is over there now. He's got a new OZ bed. OZ wheel box for a bed. It's going to be so cool for everyone that's watched the build. I'll hold that. For everyone that's watched the build to get the chance to come and see you and see the bike and everything at the bike show.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know if you guys have noticed in the background, sometimes you're going to hear noises and stuff playing. Thankfully we've got these little microphones to try and cancel it out. But I figured out quite a while ago that we were getting like problems with YouTube and stuff because we're playing music. But I've started recently listening to an app called Readly because I listen to motorcycle news quite a lot, and I struggle to read a lot of the time, so I listen to it when I'm driving all the time. Readly is an app that provides unlimited access to over 8,000 magazines and newspapers for one low monthly fee. But you guys can get 2 months free subscription right now by following the link below. So I mentioned it at the gym, and then we've took it up here, connected my phone to the workshop, so we've been straight on Classic Racer and things like that, because it's got loads of features, and you can even go back on editions. So I went right back to search some stuff on some of the bikes that we were restoring at the time, so it was so easy for that there. A lot of the features that the app has is that there's a thing called bookmarking, so you can jump straight back into the last copy that you were reading, which is really handy because obviously you need a bookmarker. It's got a thing called offline reading, so we're in the workshop, the signal's not great in here, so it's really handy. We don't need Wi-Fi to be able to do that as well. It's really easy to navigate. I am definitely not tech savvy, so if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. I'm currently on a multi-profile account at the minute, so both me and Christy are using the same one, which is really beneficial because we're getting double the amount of magazines and articles out of the same app, which is something you couldn't do if you were buying a real magazine. The other big saving is it's obviously eco-friendly. It's really easy to take with you. You don't need bigger things like a Kindle or things like that there, so all you need is your phone. And like I said, it's so easy to connect to the radio on all the hands-free and Bluetooth kits now, so you can listen to it when you're driving or even riding your motorbike. One of the other things that I use this for, and you've probably jumped back in other episodes, I put some headphones in my bike helmet. So I obviously downloaded the app, got on there, picked the article I wanted to listen to, and then when I was riding on the road bike, on the motorway, just casually listening to one of the articles that I was really wanting to find out about before I got to summer, to me is a really good way of passing the journey. I spend a lot of time traveling, and then especially if you're on the plane and stuff, because it's obviously, you don't need the internet to read whatever it is that you want to read, it makes life so much easier. So yeah, get your 2 free months subscription now by clicking the link. Link is in the description, so join Readly and you won't look back. Right, and just like that, I'm gonna take it outside. Well, Jim's rather lucky where he lives, there's an airfield and stuff outside, so I think the bike warrants going
a proper
out,
picture.
Yeah, going out in the sunshine.
Yeah.
We call it as like getting a thumbnail, but I actually do want some photographs of the bike as well. Right, so the next thing that we need to talk about is the fact of what is going to happen this bike now. And some people have commented on some of these vlogs and said, oh, you must have loads of money or whatever doing up bikes, because the other thing, the next project is equally as cool as this, so that's going to be happening really, really soon as well. So I can't wait to show or tell you what that is. But as far as this bike goes, this bike now is actually going to be up for sale. And a little part of me is a little bit upset because we both want to have a go. Well, I definitely want to have a go, and I don't know about...
I'd let you have a go. The thing is, the only reason it's disappointing is we've spent a lot of time on it. It's come out really well. It's not mine. I know it's going to have to go back, but I've developed... I kind of love the thing.
Yeah.
And I like having it around. However, it's been done so it'll run. We've done proper piston clearance, proper bearings, proper seals, proper cables. We've had everything done, so it's dead safe. Forks completely done, new headstock bearings.
Phil that owns it has said that it wants to go, he's literally going to put it in his house or in the bar at the house. So he has said to me, he was like, it needs to go now somewhere where someone is going to use it.
You can use it.
Or ride it, or at least be on a public display because that's what it warrants. So
there's no class for him anymore. You wouldn't want to race him in any classic, racing series. So you just out of parades, really. However, it would be sad to have a bike that is well capable of running and doing what it used to do if you're not going to.
The only thing I'm going to say is, right, if someone does buy it before Goodwood, then if they would let us ride it at Goodwood, that would be much appreciated. We could do a run each.
I don't know how we're going to go on for... I've got 26 track days booked this year.
Yeah.
Now, some circuits, there's a little bit of a noise issue, and obviously this would come into that noise issue kind of category, but if somebody bought it and wanted to have a pot around on it, or bring it and fire it up and have I'd chuck a track day in. Probably best angle, say.
Free track day if you let us have a go on your motorbike. But yeah, so this has only been discussed in the last few days, and it was for them reasons that the guy has obviously seen it now, realised how beautiful it is now, and I think it's a nice thing, the fact that he wants other people to see it, the fact that it's going to the show now straight away and stuff, and like, listen, he's not in any dire need to sell it because anybody that can afford things like this is not skint, but the fact that it is going to hopefully then go to someone where it'll be seen or used or ridden.
You will not get another like this.
Yeah.
You just won't get another.
And the fact that it's got history and everything. There is obviously other ones of these bikes around, but we have quite a lot of stuff gathered up, even timesheets from the Grand Prix. Obviously we knew who rode it. So it is a little bit sad, I think, the fact that it's going because it's been here for so long, but then that is what it is.
Yeah. And we're happy having had it for a month or two, so yeah, dead happy.
And that makes way for the next project, which is You
know it's I've cleaned me.
Oh, he's got the workbench ready for the next project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bike outside on the runway and take some really nice slow-mo shots and stuff, which is what you guys are going to see right now, and yeah, enjoy. The other thing we wanted to say was that you've rung the guys at the show, and normally you don't ever start bikes or anything at the show. There's a bit of health and safety, is there?
The health and safety, where's the fumes going to go, who's going to fire it up, have they got a flipping Ivy's jacket and a pair of flipping gloves and all that. So basically, Michael Guy, my mate at the MCN, said, can you bring it, put it on the stage, everybody's loved to see it, a lot of people have followed it online. I said, yeah, no problem. So I'm going to take it down, and then he rang me a couple of days later and says, I'm just having a thought, any chance of firing it up on stage, they'll love it. And I said, yeah, from our point of view, our side, no problem, it'll fire up, I'll mix some fuel. But I said, you've got to go through all the help, getting it through the XL people who don't have a clue about motorbikes, but run the actual building. So as long as we can get it through, no problem.
If we put a petition on this show now, everyone needs to comment and say, start the 500.
Yeah.
And we'll just snowball them into...
I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen, yeah.
So if anyone's down at the show and sees the bike, there will be a schedule. We're going to put a little placard and stuff beside it for anyone that maybe hasn't seen these vlogs or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be there and with Jim.
And we've got original 1990s Castrol oil. It's not Castrol R. It's actually Castrol 747, which we used to run back in the day, and it smells... It's different to Castrol R, if you know what that smells like, because everybody goes on about that, but beautiful smell.
So it's even worse for your health and safety then?
Quite possibly. Not the mini arm. you, that looks...
Do you actually think that we were going to end the whole series of vlogs and not start the bike again? There you go. Listen to this.
Backwards. That's on, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not going to engage, have we? That'll do. Clutch in, fire up. Hang on. Want that battery on. Yeah, good. Man, you don't want much show, you want a bit of throttle, so a little bit of throttle. That's it, perfect. No, a bit more choke, other way like I had it. Yeah. Down backwards.
Wow.